Did that not come through?
That did not come through.
That totally.
Wait. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to White Guys Podcast, where white guys talk about white guy things. I'm Kuba, and I'm here with my buddy Doyle.
I'm Doyle.
And you are Doyle. Good job.
Well, I need to make sure the audience knows. They don't. It's not like they can see me.
I can see you.
Oh, dude, we should have saved this one for when we get the webcam episode. Not like they can see me. Psych.
Oh, bro, that would have been a setup.
No. We're just gonna do it again. No one watches past this part, anyways. We'll just do it again.
Yeah, we also just do this for shits and giggles.
That's
no one's
true.
actually going to watch more than a minute. I could say the most heinous hate crime type shit,
Well,
and no one would
you
care.
have.
I have. You have too. We have, on every single episode, said something that we probably would not want employers to see.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're not going to get into that. Watch the episode where Bush did it.
Well, Bush didn't. I'm not saying Bush did anything. I'm just.
I'm not saying he did anything.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
There's the implication that he did something, but I don't know what that thing is, and you need to find out what that thing. You all know what the thing is. You all know what the thing is.
Nah, no one knows what the thing is. He could have done anything. He could have done
anything.
Yeah, he could.
Okay, maybe not that. I highly doubt that.
I doubt it too, but he could have done it.
Hey, Kuba, I actually have a follow-up on that. Remember that teacher story that we talked about way back when? The one with the huge bonkers?
Those are huge bonkers. I'm not sure if we actually got that on air.
I don't think that one actually went on air. But there was like this teacher in fucking Oakville, and it got brought back up again in the news. I feel like it's our responsibility to keep up with the stories that we tell.
Right.
And basically, parents are threatening to sue over this.
Oh my god.
I wish I could read you the actual thing, but it was on the Toronto Star, and I'm not paying for that. So
valid. Oh my lord. Yeah, so we are kind of lacking some information, but in all honesty, I can't blame teachers for suing just for the reason that there's clear visibility of elements of the human body that should not be visible.
If this teacher had a giant prosthetic veiny cock, everyone would lose their fucking minds. Rightfully so.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. They would.
Rightfully so. And this is the exact same situation. It's so fucking ridiculous. Again, I can't show pictures here. I probably could. I'm not going to do it. But
please don't.
That would be a great thumbnail. That would get everyone's. Come on, that's what we should do. We should just draw pictures of the best story and make that as the thumbnail. And we just put you just trace this teacher out.
Put
her right in the middle of us.
Yeah. In the White Guys Podcast animated style. Just do that.
Dude, I would love if we got animated styles in this. With these little stick guys.
We definitely could. We could probably do it ourselves.
We
honestly.
probably could. I'm not fucking doing it.
Man.
But anyways, yeah, so the long and short recap is that this teacher has huge fucking prosthetic tits hanging off. It's a transgender teacher, and the transgender part's not the issue. It's how fucking huge these prosthetics are. This is absurd. This is a completely unrealistic. Those are some fucking fetish shit. That is some shit you'd see on Rule 34. Not that I would know. But I'm just saying,
not that you would ever know.
Not that I would. I mean, we would never,
Listen, as a man who knows his ABCs, those are not D cups. Those are Z cups, my guy. I'm sorry.
I think it might be Z squared, dude. Them shit big.
Bro, that shit goes into the Greek alphabet. Those are some omega fucking cups, bro.
And the worst part is this giant nipples. I mean, I'm looking at the picture and they censored the nipples of it.
I mean, technically, I'd say it could be qualified as pornographic. Yeah. All I'm saying is, say what you will, but I think regardless of if you are a male or a female teacher, I think letting your students see your nipples in any context is not good and should not be permitted in the school system.
I just found another story. I'm just trying. Oh my god, it's real. The teacher in question, November 5th, went skydiving with a porn star.
What the fuck? What? What?
I'm trying to find out who that was just the title. But there's pictures. There's pictures of her like doing it, so it's real. I don't know anything about the porn star part.
Damn, it ain't an A-lister. Hell no.
Okay, yeah. The Toronto area high school teacher could be seen in several photos and video clips published in early November by a Twitter user who calls himself and this is a quote, conservative porn star skydiver. His handle, I'm not sure, can I put his handle? Can I say that? His Twitter handle?
It's free marketing.
It's free marketing.
It's not doctoring.
His Twitter handle is voodoo porn star, and his feed is not safe for work. This is
really, it's not. Jeez, man, that's crazy.
So okay, this is actually what the tweet says. He's paying for Twitter Blue, so he's a Musk fanboy. And it says, about to throw the hashtag Oakville, hashtag transgender, hashtag teacher out of a plane. Shit is about to get real. Stay tuned. This should be interesting. No way that wig stays on. So I think he just fucking hates this person and is trying to kill them.
That's base. That's base. I have no ill perspective of voodoo porn star or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was his name, right? I got it right.
No, yeah, voodoo porn star. That's the guy.
Yeah.
But there's a video. There's like, I think it's. I'm not sure these are pictures or videos, so I don't want to open it. But there's like there's pictures here, and it says the following media includes potentially sensitive content. If Twitter thinks that you're like if your tits are too big, tits are too big. Just
I gotta agree.
This story just keeps getting weirder.
I'm sorry. I think maybe I'm wrong to think this, but I think there are some like not necessarily like requirements that should be put on paper or anything, but some like de facto just kind of standards you have to have as a teacher. Mm-hmm. And I think being the type of person to jump out of a plane with a porn star kind of does not fit under the criteria for you are the type of person who should be teaching children.
I don't know if I'm mad about the going skydiving about the porn star thing, because that is kind of badass. I'm
not mad about it. I'm just saying that's a little weird for someone that teaches children, right?
No, you're completely right there. Again, it's just the fact that they're so dedicated to this whole huge tit thing. And the fact that this teacher, with this thing that everyone is claiming is totally a fetish, but the teacher's like, it's not a fetish, then goes skydiving with a porn star? It's a fetish, dude. Okay? It's weird. This is so weird. This shouldn't be a thing, okay? Drop it.
I'm sorry, this shit sounds like something you'd see in an adult cartoon. Like, this is a plot of a shitty episode that no one actually liked.
This feels like a South Park episode.
Yeah, it feels like a South Park episode.
I shit you not, I'm pretty sure this was a literal plot at one point. Because didn't the teacher in South Park, like, become trans? Like, become a woman? That same teacher was also Donald Trump at one point, so I don't know.
I don't follow South Park too well. That was the one adult show my parents didn't let me watch as a kid.
Really? That's why they drew the line?
Yeah, Simpsons and Family Guy were fine. I just didn't like Family Guy as a kid. But South Park, nah.
I think South Park was the most like well written of the three shows, like Family Guy, Simpsons, South Park. But like I still don't like it. I think it's like trying too hard to be edgy these days. Like back then it was different. I loved that shit as a kid. But now I look at it and I'm like, it's trying way too hard.
Yeah. Again, I don't really have a leg to stand on here to really comment on it, so I can't say. Personally. I just think that the crude art style, while charming and unique, just gets old really quickly. Whereas Family Guy and The Simpsons, at least, I still think they're fun to look at as an animated series.
Okay, no, Simpsons I don't care for, but Family Guy is only funny because it's been memed to death. It's actually hit the point where it's so not funny, it's funny. And it's been there for a long time, and I don't think it's leaving.
I want to argue that, but the other day, like a couple of weeks ago, I watched like 2 or 3 episodes with my buddy at like 5 a.m. at my place, and it was the funniest shit. Granted, I was sleep deprived. I want to make this clear. It was the funniest shit in the world watching Brian go to India to get some Punjabi, if you get what I mean.
Oh my god, I remember one of the jokes in that is that, like Stewie hits like the red button on the forehead, yeah? It's the off switch. Brian, hit the off switch. Like, holy shit. I can say it was a Family Guy joke. It's for educational purposes.
It was a Family Guy joke. We're saying it factually is something that happened. Not that we endorse it nor do not endorse it. It's just a thing.
Do you remember the episode where like Seth MacFarlane tried to be very serious and he put like Stewie and Brian locked in the vault, and like Brian pulls out, like they find Brian's gun in the vault, and Stewie's like, Brian, why do you have a gun? He's like, in case I want to end it all, Stewie. But it's played like completely serious, like it's not a joke. It's supposed to be like an actual message on suicide, but literally like 2 minutes ago, Brian ate Stewie's shit.
No, like, I'm sorry. I feel like a show like Family Guy was never going to be able to get anything serious across. Like, why would you even try?
No, most certainly not, especially now. You can't like okay. I think like you can have a show that's really funny and still like has deep character. I mean, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine did a really good job of that. Sitcom.
Oh, I agree.
It is really funny, and then suddenly out of nowhere, it gives you this like really huge character development for Jake or whatever. Family Guy is not that show.
Family Guy is not even close to that kind of show, bro. I'm sorry. If you want deep character meaning, you can't have a show where every episode is, in a sense, disconnected from every other episode.
That's what I was gonna say. It's too episodic, right? There's no structure to it. There's no some events do stay in between episodes, but like not consistently.
It's too far and too between. What the hell did I just say?
That was you totally fucking screwed that one up.
What you said. What the man with more brain cells at the moment said, because I'm fucked up.
Embarrassing. That is sad.
That is embarrassing, right? That is the bad look for me, bro.
Dude,
but listen,
that's like your whole thing. You're a smart one here. Okay.
I know, right? But listen, I'm sorry. You can't blame me. I got fucked up these past couple of weeks because as the ladies and gentlemen that do not thank you, that do not exist the ladies and gentlemen that do not exist in the audience, you might have noticed that we missed an episode. And that's because
we've never done that before.
Never, ever. This is the most consistent, the most unprofessional, professional podcast that has ever been conceived. It's also not professional. That's a lie. But, exam week happened. And let me tell you, Doyle, I got fucked up. So I had 5 exams. And one of them was worth 30% of my grade. Okay. One of them was worth 40% of my grade. Mm-hmm. I had 2 worth 55, 1 worth 60, and the one that was 40 also had a de facto requirement that you had to get 50% or more to pass.
Now, I know that we did talk about that on the podcast. Like the week before exam week, we had one, and we mentioned that. Because we were talking about how stupid it is how exams are over half of your grade. That was like, that's a really stupid fucking thing.
It is, right? It means that everything else you did over the course of the semester is basically meaningless.
Yeah.
But like, whatever. Disregard that. The first couple of exams were fine. Got through them pretty easily, no problem. And then I had 2 more. I had 2 more left. And these 2, one of them was one of the 55s, and one of them was the 65. Yep. And let me tell you, I got the heebie-jeebies, bro. I got down with the sickness. I got fucked up. After I finished my 3rd exam, 2 days before, all of a sudden I had this sore feeling in my throat. Get home, I'm fucked up. I feel fucked up. So fucked up I couldn't get out of bed.
You actually overthought. Like you overclocked your brain and it just needed to reset.
I did. I needed a whole ass system reboot. It was bad.
He's a different person now.
I am. That's why I'm stupider. That's why I don't have a brain
factory anymore. Reset Kuba. He's back to default.
That should mean I should theoretically be smarter because I hadn't gotten my fucking shit clocked.
Should make you. Okay. It implies that Kuba gets hit in the head fairly often.
Yeah. Oh. It makes a lot more sense when you think of it that way, doesn't it?
Okay, go on.
So I do this next exam pretty sick. You want to know the funny thing about this exam? Sure. Going into it, it was supposed to be an online exam. So thank God, at least I have that. Not proctored. 2 days before the exam, or like 2 or 3 days, I'm at my buddy's place for the night. I was going to sleep at his place. And then at like 2 in the morning, I get an email saying, oh yeah, here's the email link to your proctored Zoom call. First of all, who the fuck proctors on Zoom?
That's
Second
gross.
Of all, I'm mad at this point. Because now people are going to be staring at me, huffing fucking... Well, I didn't notice at the time, but when I did get sick, I'd be huffing fucking snot the entire time. Even worse, Karma decided to plow my ass cheeks because as I was sleeping on my buddy's air mattress, it deflated at like 4 a.m.
Dude. Wait, Kuba, let's do a quick roleplay session. You're doing your exam and I'm proctoring you, but I left my mic on. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you're doing your exam. Yeah. Hey, are you cheating? Are you cheating right now?
Sorry, sir. I'm just writing down some notes on the side.
Are you cheating?
Sir, I think you're a little close to the mic right now.
Sorry, what's a mic? What? The mic? What about the mic? I can't hear you.
Your breathing's really hot. It's turning me on. It's just
what?
Me.
All right, you passed, baby.
Let's go. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
During that proctored exam, the prof did actually message me asking me what I was doing because I was I was on a piece of paper on the side writing down like the fucking math I was doing for the exam. Like, I'm sorry, this is a mathematical based exam. Half of the big questions are, and you don't think I'm gonna write down some notes on the side, and you need to double check with me that I'm doing this? Fuck you. But I didn't even get to the funny part of that because I was still telling the mattress thing. The mattress deflated, so I went home on the bus at like 6 in the morning. Because I had to study. Because I had to study for that proctored exam, and that had me fucked up. But then this proctored exam is 3 hours, and once you finish the exam, it doesn't matter what you do. You have to stay on the call till the very last minute of the proctored session.
Oh.
So you have to stay there for all 3 hours. I've never had that before.
No, that's when you hand in your exam early, and Kuba, you start rocking on the guitar as loud as humanly fucking possible into the mic.
You know what's funny?
Let you go.
No, you know what's funny?
That's what you did, isn't it?
That's not what I did. After I was done my exam, I scroll through because I'm curious what other people are doing because you can see everyone else's cameras, all 300 students, and I'm scrolling. And eventually there's this nerdy looking Asian kid with a whole studio set up behind him, pulls up a fucking Fender Stratocaster, and he's just sitting there staring at it on the fucking proctoring thing. I think I saw.
Wait, Kuba. Like is it sad that he's staring at it, or is it sad that you're staring at him staring at it?
I don't know.
I think you're the bad guy. I think he's enjoying it. I've got you staring at like guitars and shit.
Listen, bro, it's comical. Also, I didn't have a guitar in the room like he did, so I couldn't just reach over and do it.
Oh, rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake, right? Because he didn't have to leave the room. He could just pick up the guitar, right? But me, I'd have to leave the room, and I get flagged, and I get a 0 for my exam. But that's not even the worst part. Because after that exam, I go to bed, think nothing of it. I'm going to have a day to study for my last exam. I wake up, and I shit you not, my fucking nose. You can still hear it because, hear how I sound as a result of it. I have never had a runny nose as bad, bro. That shit was like the Niagara Falls of snot. It was so bad. I didn't know how I was going to study. I shit you not. Every 10 seconds I had to blow my nose. It was that bad. I tried the sprays. I tried fucking doing some... even tried doing some voodoo fucking not actual voodoo, but alternative medicine shit. I got some thyme and some chives, boiled it with water so that I'd clear up my nasals. That helped for 5 minutes. I was surprised it worked at all, but actually still it was bad.
Could we should try the essential oils? They can cure cancer. I don't know.
You're right. They can cure cancer. They gotta be able to cure my sniffles, bro.
Dude, people out there are gonna start thinking I'm actually dumb.
But
as if I wasn't.
Don't we actually sponsored by Essential?
That brings up to our totally real sponsor, Essential Hot Wheels.
Essential Hot Wheels. Yeah. Let's go.
You need the Deborah 2 Vert Wheeler's card. That's the only card I actually know. That's the only one. Anyways, I'll let you finish your story. Right. So it was so bad, the snot, that the night before, actually, I hardly slept. I slept 2 hours. Then I tried sleeping before my exam. I got 0 hours because the snot got even worse. So I walk into the fucking exam room. Basically,
without having slept for like 30 hours or some shit. I don't know. It was pretty bad. Still covered in snot. So my strategy is, how do I do this exam without wasting all my time going into tissues? And my solution is wear a mask and let the snot run down it so it basically acts as a face plate.
No, that's gross.
Listen, desperate times called for desperate measures, Doyle. I still had to blow my nose constantly. And to give you a perspective on how bad it was, this was also a 3-hour exam, granted, but I still had to blow my nose frequently, but it was like half to up to 4 times not as bad. So like that's how much less I had to blow into my tissues. I brought a whole box of Kleenex. I used about 3/4 of that box. And afterwards, my pockets, because I didn't have anywhere to dispose of the tissues, I had to get rid of them at this point after the exam because you could see how inflated they were. It looked like I had 2 balls sticking off the sides of my pockets. So I went to the bathroom, and it kind of looked like I was like fucking hiding meth under the like tissues. Yeah, I was doing a dead drop into like a trash bin because I looked like super sketchy because I was like struggling to pull it out because they were stuffed so far into my pockets. And like some dude walked in and stared me dead in the eyes as I was dropping them in, thinking it was like methamphetamines or some shit. Like it was Badger from Breaking Bad.
That's on the bingo card, guys. That's the Breaking Bad reference.
Breaking Bad. There you go. Yeah, that's like a corner spot.
That's like a corner spot. That's definitely a corner spot.
But yeah, all in all, I was so tired when I got home. For some fucking reason, as I was about to go home, my buddy, the same one I watched Family Guy with, was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Wild Wing?" You know, my dumbass went to Wild Wing.
Damn right.
Damn right. I don't care how
fucking idiot wouldn't.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. It's fucking Wild Wing, dude. So I go on the bus. Bus ride sucks because of my nose. I get there. He walks out of his apartment complex and meets me by the front door. And my eyes at this point, I look like I've been smoking weed. They're like red, and I look like they're like kind of beat up and shit. Like it looks like someone punched me in both eyes, and I looked like I was high as fuck. It was bad. But we go to get Wild Wing. I'm still off my Zaza, but we both get buffalo poutine, not wings. I know, weird, but like the buffalo poutine was cheaper. I was kind of broke at the moment. I had like $15 on me. Okay.
Sad.
Yeah, I wasn't prepped. I wasn't prepped for the wing, bro. I wasn't wilding for the wings. So I want you to understand that despite the fact that this was a cheaper option, this poutine was 1,935 calories.
That's quite a
order.
bit.
That's quite a bit.
2 of those you're done for the day, pal.
Doyle, the average human being, the average male is supposed to consume like 2,000 calories.
No, that's what I say.
The amount of calories that is in that is more than a woman's daily recommended serving. I want that to be clear. That's insane. Women, if they want to maintain healthy, cannot even be able to finish this based on whatever fucking research was done to find this caloric information.
I don't know how. Even if they tried, they wouldn't.
No, they'd give it all to me, which is my experience with hanging out with most women, which is why I like hanging out with women. Not coochie, I just like food.
That's why. Okay.
Well,
that's the whitest guy thing we've done this episode.
Well, Doyle, I would take a Big Mac combo over the touch of a woman.
Dude.
Because if I got a Big Mac combo, I'm saving money and get free food. if I
you are such a fucking Andrew Tate fan. You are,
bro. I'm sorry. The other listen. Hear me out. The other day, I was scrolling through Instagram, and now I think Andrew Tate is a little goofball. I think he's a little funky with his takes.
That's a way to say it. He's a little bit silly.
He's a little bit goofy.
He's kind of a poopy head sometimes.
Yeah, like sexual fucking trafficking or whatever. It's kind of not a good look.
I forgot he did that.
Yeah. He didn't do that.
Yeah, it was a real thing he did, yeah.
I was watching. An Andrew Tate like clip popped up in my thing. It was like some fan edit with like hype music behind it. He was on some podcast, and he was like, "So I don't understand how like men go on dates with women who like fucked a lot of men and like cheated and everything." And then the other guys like arguing with him, like, "Well, like, why should we judge them? Why should we judge them for their past mistakes?" And then he's like, "Well, would you let a thief into your house?" The other guy's like, "What do you mean?" No, I wouldn't let a thief into my house. And he was like, "Well, then why would you judge a thief for his past actions and not judge a woman for her past actions?" And I was mind blown, bro. That shit was like,
thief implies currently a thief. And you said a former ex-con who was a thief. That changes things.
Nah, you just don't get it.
I can say from experience, I literally did let a thief into my home once. This is a real thing. It was I don't want to say who he is. It's someone in my family, but he's rehabilitated, and we let him, like, I think it was like 3 years ago. He came over for Christmas and we played pool together. And I never got to hang out with him before because he was always like doing drugs and stealing shit. So, I mean, like, yes, I probably would, Andrew Tate, because I did.
So what you're telling me is that you would have sex with a woman who has slept with
No, stop it right there. Yes.
Yes. I mean, shit, all I'm saying is she knows what to do with the balls she at that point. Right?
She's just experienced this all.
Exactly, so she'll know what to do with the balls.
If she was cheating, she knows how to pleasure multiple men. Okay? Different guys. She's been around the world. She gets it. She's Mrs. Worldwide.
She's Mrs. Worldwide.
Guys, maybe I'm top G.
I think you just want to have sex with Pitbull, bro. I'm going to keep it
a
buck. I don't blame you.
Is that an option?
Buddy. Bro, he can whisper some fucking Spanish into my ear. Man's about to call me a gringo, and I'm going to be like, hell yes.
That'd be fucking hilarious, by the way. I just want to be clear. Imagine, like, okay, obviously you couldn't imagine this. Gay fucking sex, and the guy whispers gringo.
I'm sorry. That's how he started. Oh, yeah. I like to imagine this.
You can't, but gay sex. But here's the twist. The guy whispers gringo in your ear as he finishes. Guys, I can't wait for the white guys animated on fucking Pornhub.
Bro, we're about to have hentai. That's crazy.
I hope they put you in that, not me.
Admittedly, my character looks more like a hentai protag could.
You kind of do. I look like like the fat archetype character, like in Final Fantasy VII when Cloud cross dresses, and then there's the fat guy who like runs the harem or whatever. That's me.
That's you, bro. This is
hey, the creepy fat guy. That's me.
The creepy. I mean, shit, he does get it a lot. I'm just saying. So, like, you got it, bro.
Yeah, I'm rich and powerful because I'm top G.
As we've already established.
Maybe hopefully that could be a title. It's not gonna get views, but Doyle is top G, and we're going with all the Andrew Tate fans. They're gonna come to me for advice, and I'm gonna say, gringos, just date women. It's that easy. You'll be happier. Trust me, you're doing nobody a favor by buying Twitter blue. Elon Musk is playing you for fools. I have spoken. That is my decree.
I just want to point out something very funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but
yeah.
So anyways,
I haven't noticed that, actually, as a matter of fact. Wow, that was really insightful. That's like, imagine that as like a inspirational quote, like, you know, with the black or like dark, like melancholy background and the italics.
So I don't know if you've ever imagined this, but
literally shits himself.
Don't
know if you ever noticed this, but welcome to the episode. Hey guys, what was your favorite White Guys podcast bit? The one where they made really gross noises for a really long time.
Oh, that Taco Bell. Oh man, God. That Taco Bell's hitting. Oh.
I can't wait till fart noises becomes a tag, and children are gonna flock to this video.
We could definitely do that for this episode. I think it really works for this
I
one.
hope I remember that.
We're not. We're probably gonna call it something stupid like, "Is FIFA homosexual again?" Because
maybe we could do like her tits are too big.
Her tits are too big. As funny as that would be, I don't think we should do that for a multitude of reasons.
I don't know about you, man. That sounds. I'd click on that.
Maybe we should start uploading White Guys podcast episodes to Pornhub.
We might have to. That'd be so fucking funny, actually. Remember that? Sorry.
Wait, no. Unironically, if we get webcams, I would so do that.
Okay, I don't want my face on Pornhub, to be honest.
I do. I think that's badass.
It'd be funny. Remember that guy? I'm not sure you remember this. He was on. I can't have admitting I know this. He's also on Reddit, to be fair. He was on the front page of Pornhub for so long, but all he did was make really wholesome content. Like
I've seen memes about this.
Yeah, this is like 2 years ago or something, or maybe longer. And he was like comforting my stepsister because she broke up. And it's just like this super hot chick. He's like, "There, it's okay. I'll get you a cup of tea," or something like that. And he got so popular, and not once has he ever taken his pants off. He got the fucking Pornhub varsity jacket, which I didn't even know was a thing. But apparently, you get that after like a certain amount of people watch your content. It's like the YouTube play button.
Bro, we got to get ourselves those. I would still
wear that in public.
I would wear that in public.
I want to just Google this.
No, genuinely, I would wear that to fucking campus. I would wear that to campus, bro. I'm just saying. That's badass. Carlton can't get mad at me for that.
I can't find any proof of this, but I just remember he got one from Pornhub.
That's badass. That's badass. I definitely believe it because to my understanding, it is just a viewership thing.
It is, yes. I just found a tweet from some guy. It's not the right guy. It's not the same dude. Who's, oh my god, film school graduate Canada made. God damn it. That's just me, dude. So I'm just saying clearly I could.
You know what you must do, Doyle.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, is now that you get on Pornhub, you actually have to be like verified and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because a little thing called CP. Turns out there's a lot of CP on Pornhub. And they had to crack down on it because international law.
Crew points.
That's a real thing. Yeah, crew points. That's what we're calling crew points.
Crew points.
There's crew points on the hub, and they had to crack that. We're using slang, dude, and they had to crack down on it because of international law. So they had to basically remove almost all amateur content, which is way better, by the way. I just want to be clear. All that huge budget bullshit. What the fuck is that? No, come on. Brad, just get out of here. Yeah.
It's too focused.
Exactly.
You get to a point where you're too meticulous to the point that loses the feel, artistry.
Sex isn't art. Okay? Especially this kind. I just said that. This is a real. Let's go get in the quote thing. I want to talk about my quote channel for a minute after this.
Oh my god.
But like I don't think I've ever like sat through a video, like an actual porn video that's actually like has a budget. But like SpongeBob SquareNuts, everyone's seen that one. Let's be real. It got famous because it was. You haven't?
I know about it,
okay,
but I just want to admit I'm one of the few people that has never seen a frame of it, and I'm a happier man for that.
Okay, well, it's disgusting. I don't know why that exists, but like I hate videos like that.
I'm also the same guy who's never actually watched Two Girls, One Cup, and no one's ever shoved in my face.
I haven't either. Okay, I got away with it. I remember, though, as a kid, I was a stupid idiot kid, and I tried to search it up, but I couldn't find it. I was searching on fucking YouTube. I didn't know what it was. So I could never find it. I didn't know it was, like, pornographic. I was, like, fucking 8, dude.
For some reason, I was always really good at avoiding any sexual content. What I was bad at was avoiding violent content.
Oh, same.
Yeah, so ISIS beheadings were my cup of tea.
Oh,
that's the quote. That's the quote.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of ISIS beheadings.
I feel like it's a lot more delicate and it requires a bit of a stronger stomach, but you also grow a fond appreciation for the
look at the clean swing of the machete. He really.
Oh, you can see he's experienced with this.
I saw a video, I think like 3 days ago. I was at work and I was just on Reddit. And I found this NSW video. I don't know why the fuck I found this. I was just browsing r/all. And it was ISIS members drawing straws to see who'll be the suicide bomber. and I was like, holy shit. Kuba, could you imagine doing that? You draw a shortest straw. You have to blow up now. You have to die. You have to fucking kill yourself.
They just played an alternative version of Russian roulette at that point.
They really did. At that point, just play Russian roulette.
Well, then you can't blow up, though. But they could use a Nerf gun, I guess.
I'm just curious on the actual combat effectiveness of suicide bombers. Wouldn't it be better to, I don't know, launch the explosive from something?
Yeah, I feel like it. I guess with a suicide bombing, the thing is you can get really specific with it. You remove any alternative variables, you know?
Yeah, but what if you, like, I don't know, get shot? There's a human aspect to it.
Then they shoot the bomb.
No, here's the thing. Machines are perfect at what they do. Maybe you get malfunctions here or there, but they're much more perfect than humans are. There's human error. There are stories of suicide bombers just prematurely detonating. It's like not super uncommon.
So it's really funny, admittedly. I know that sounds fucked up to say, but like they kind of had it coming. Saying.
I mean, yeah, they did. Like he did what he intended to do. He just didn't do a very good job of it. It's like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, he was gonna die either way. Like at that point, it's like he just kind of made a fool of himself on top of that. You know?
He doesn't know, does he? I mean,
he might.
Yeah, maybe at the last second he realized. Oh fuck! And then that was his last thought.
Imagine how much that's gotta suck though. Like if you're a suicide bomber, you're running and you fucking trip. That's got to be the worst feeling ever.
That would be. I'm imagining not like you not seen the Monty Python Holy Grail. It's Sir Lancelot raiding the castle, and it's that scene of him running towards the castle, and the two knights are staring at him, but he keeps like going back and forth. Like it replays the scene of him running multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
And then out of nowhere, he just stabs the guy like he's super far away in one shot. He stabs the guy. First, a hilarious joke. But second, that's what I imagine with suicide bombers. Replace that scene with a suicide bomber running towards two U.S. like militiamen, just guarding an outpost, and they're just staring at him like, should we shoot him? What's he doing? Is he gonna explode? And suddenly he's just up in their face.
I mean, yeah, it's because kind of like, I mean, they definitely have protocol for this. I'm sure they would just shoot him, but at the same time, it's like, but what if it's a civilian, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
maybe he's hiding it, right?
Exactly. Like, that's why they do it, I think. That's why they do it, actually.
I think it's to actually kill civilians and stuff. It's to get in the civilian areas.
It's against the civilian areas easier because if you're a suicide bomber, it's all hidden underneath your vest. You don't have a visible weapon. It's a lot harder to identify as a threat, right? Even if you're running around, there's plausible deniability. And that's the scary part of
Until they see it on you, and then it's pretty undeniable.
Then it's pretty undeniable, but oftentimes that's why they have shit like jackets.
That's true. That's why jackets exist, guys. There's no other reason.
Yeah, they just exist to hide explosives. We should maybe wear jackets.
Yeah, we should boycott all jackets as I proceed to put on a jacket.
No, I think we should boycott clothes in general. Then no one can hide bombs at all.
No, I'm good.
No, hear me out. Because then no one can hide any explosives. Also titties. But no one can hide any, also dicks.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Listen, if we free the nipple, we free the willy.
The nipple has been freed. It's like, you can just do that. No one is forcing you to wear a shirt outside these days. That's not like a joke. I'm fairly certain you can just walk around shirtless, even if you're a woman.
I feel like at this time of year, it's a very strong suggestion not to either way.
Are you saying the weather is like not freeing the nipple? Is the weather's fault? We should boycott the weather?
We should boycott the weather, man. I'm just saying, it's being very anti-free the nipple right now.
Just saying, like in like New York City, like I was in New York for a few days, and we're just at Times Square because like that's where all tourists go. Because apparently it's cool. I guess it kind of sucked, but there was like college girls walking around topless with the American flag painted on their tits, and I was like, I don't know if I'm turned on by that or not. The whole American flag thing is a pretty big turn off. Cool flag, but like, come on, man.
Nah, bro, as long as I ain't the French flag, I'm cool. Again, that's part of Canadian culture. It's not xenophobic, I swear. We just all hate the French, including the French.
Name one country that doesn't hate the French.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, don't.
I feel like Canada is the one that gets it a bit stronger just because we have a French
Hey, we
kind of
have to live
colony.
with them. It's like having a roommate that doesn't pay rent.
I'd say it's more like your brain dead little brother, you know?
Yeah, you take
He's
care
like,
of him. He wants to go. He wants to
yeah.
run away and like be free, but he like can't. He'll die.
Yeah, he's like in his edgy phase where he keeps trying to be like, go away, and thinks he's like cooler than
But he's
everyone.
been in
And
that
then he's
edgy
just
phase for like 100 years.
literally,
Sorry, all our French viewers. Hey, we were in fucking Gatineau, and that sucked. Just saying.
bro. I'm sorry. When we were in Gatineau, and this just kind of goes to prove the point. We were at one point.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah, we all went to take a bus so we could get back into the superior downtown Ottawa. But
But we use the term superior loosely, but still superior.
yeah, loosely. It's still a dog shit. As someone who basically borderline lives there, it's awful. So we're standing there at the bus station, and we're all like trying to figure out which bus we're going on. And then our friend is like, I don't remember what the bus number was. So I'm just gonna say 51. And he's like, oh yeah, we got to take the 51. And I'm standing like outside. Everyone else is inside a little like, you know how they have those little bus cubbies. Yeah, everyone else is inside, but I'm outside because I'm brain dead. And I look and I see a 51 driving by us, almost completely empty. It doesn't say in English or French that it's like a canceled bus or anything.
No, and this is we're clearly in the spot for it, too.
Yeah. I'm standing outside, so it's clear that I want to get on a bus. And I'm like, hey, you mean that 51? And he looks up and sees it, and it's starting to drive up to us. He's like, yeah. It drives past us.
Just leaves.
Just leaves. We all just stare at it. We're like, what?
We had to wait like 15 minutes for another bus.
Mm-hmm.
It sucked. And that's why I like cars. All you r/s fuck cars people. Because the bus drivers don't fucking stop. They don't do the damn job. And then we were literally on a bus together, and there was like someone left a shoe on there. It was awful. It was like, oh my god, this place is a mess.
Bro, it's especially bad here in Ottawa. I don't know what it is, but Ottawa has one of the worst
no, Toronto's really bad too. I go to Toronto fairly often for like I had to go mostly for arcades and stuff, barcades I should say, and like just the general air of the place. There's more nightclubs and stuff there than there are here. Yeah, where I am, the suburbs. So I go to Toronto a lot for party reasons, and the fucking transit sucks there too. Luckily, it's a bit easier to get around because they have more ways of transport than just buses and trains. But I got in like the TTC, and there was a fucking not the TTC. There was like they have these like transit cars that go around. I got on one of those.
Another ones.
And yeah, you know them. And there was this fucking large like Tim Hortons iced coffee that someone just threw on the ground, and it was leaking everywhere. The place was a mess. There were children screaming and crying. And I'm like, there are people who prefer this over cars? Are you fucking mad? Like, yeah, okay, I don't want to drive in Toronto either. It's a fucking mess and people are stupid. But this was awful.
Yeah.
You don't get it. This was terrible.
Yeah, like, shit, public transit is just... Sometimes it's dope. Like, sometimes like, you can get it to be cheaper than, like, even taking a vehicle, and that's fine. That's awesome. It's great to have as an alternative. But... at this point, like, come on, we can't rely on it. We also can't rely on cars entirely either because not everyone can afford them.
No, exactly.
I think it is good how it is right now. It's just we really kind of need to improve our public transit sometimes because holy shit,
we just need a fucking janitor on fucking standby.
Literally,
that would solve most of my problems, to be honest. Maybe like a security guard or two. that would solve most of my problems with public transit as it is. Because yeah, it is fairly cheap for the most part.
I'm saying is we should start giving bus drivers firearms. I think that would make life a lot better.
I'm not saying I support it. I'm not saying I don't support it. I think we need a trial run. I think in like maybe like downtown Ottawa, we should just give one guy a gun, see how he uses it. I'm just curious.
Listen, I'm about to tell you a story.
Oh,
nothing bad happened on it, but like this kind of supports that we should have it here. So I was downtown at one point with a friend, and she and I were going to get some ramen. And so we decide to go on the bus because it's faster than to walk there. So we get on the bus, we're sitting down, we're talking about something. We both speak second languages and we're talking about that. How it's like different when you can speak two languages
Mm-hmm.
than it is to just be able to speak English. And then right across from us on the bus is a homeless person. Very evidently homeless. He's like super poorly put together, has one very dirty, has a like very dirty, like I forget what they're called, like little baby strollers, filled to the brim with whatever shit.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden he looks at me. He's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." Like I'm not like mocking him. This is actually what he sounded like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. English, yeah, it's superior. It's not superior. It's the best language. This is Canada's first language. Did you know that?
Oh, I'm
It's
with this
pretty
guy.
good.
Fuck them French. Let's go.
I mean, kind of base.
He's so base.
Admittedly, kind of based. But what the fuck do I say to him? So I'm just nodding. I'm just nodding. That's all I'm doing. I'm just nodding my head.
No, that means you acknowledge him. You fucked up.
I did kind of fuck up. So he's still ranting. Eventually he stops. Now the bus is dead quiet. Neither me nor my friend want to say shit at this point for obvious reasons because this guy is a little off his rocker because he's stuttering all over his words. And then at one point he's like, I got something for you. And at this point, I'm like, shit, he's about to pull the blicky on me, and he's about to do me like the police do ghetto neighborhoods. Okay, we all know words.
Yeah, Eminem, I'm Dr. Dre. Hey, stop.
Thank you. Thank you, Dre.
Hey, yo. Is that racist? was that like audio blackface? I don't think so. I think that's fine.
I feel like some people may take that the wrong way, but I feel like
I think
overall
Dr. Dre
you get
would
away
get a
with
kick
it.
of it. I think Dr. Dre would like that. I will not take shit. If Dr. Dre watches and says, "Hey man, could you cut that out?" I will. I was making fun of him.
Yeah, he's the only one who gets a say in the matter. Yo, we got to call him Dr. Dre right now.
Yeah, hold on, let me call him up. I'm Eminem's mini me. You spell him backwards.
Me, bruh.
That's a real line he had, and it's actually kind of a banger.
He has a lot of banger lines. Unironically, his lyrical ability is crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut off your story, but I've literally been listening to Eminem nonstop for like a week. I don't know, I go through phases where I just listen to Eminem, dude. His pure rage satisfies me.
Yeah, I feel like I personally don't enjoy a lot of his music musically, but lyrically speaking, and this is why I do think he's earned the title of being one of the best rappers, because rap is about the lyrics at the end of the day. Holy shit, this man is a spiritual, lyrical individual.
I have a playlist on my Spotify that's called "Can You Tell I'm White?" And it's like, I think it's like how many songs are in here? Yeah, you know, it's all Eminem, and then we have one song it's "Remember the Name" by Fort Minor. It's other than that, it's all Eminem, and it's my white playlist.
I just want to say it's a little weird and a little funny that rap, which is so predominantly encapsulated in not just black culture, but also the black community as a whole, even today. The number one rapper is a white dude.
I don't know if I'd say he's number one anymore, but overall, I think he is, like, genuinely.
Yeah, overall, like, I'm not saying it from the perspective of whose music is better or whatever. I'm saying it from a perspective of cultural impact and just, like, renown.
Yeah, Eminem, like, right before we were born, like, he just destroyed the fucking industry, dude. Like, literally as we were born, really. Mm-hmm. It was insane.
He became the industry. It's wild.
What he did to the industry was fucking. He's like okay, this is a weird comparison. He's like the Mortal Kombat of the rap industry. He's why we have fucking like ratings and shit.
That's a strange comparison, but I can kind of
see it because when Mortal Kombat came out, that's why the ESRB exists. When Eminem came out, people were like, "Okay, we need to start banning music."
Yeah, no, like you're right. It's just really funny. It's really fucking.
Eminem is the Mortal Kombat of the rap industry.
The rap industry, or the music industry. Yeah.
I feel like he'd fucking hate that because he hates video games, but he's really good at Donkey Kong. Apparently, did you know that?
I think I've heard. I didn't know that was Eminem. I know some musician was mentioned as being really good at Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he doesn't know how Twitter works or anything. To be fair, neither do I. But like, he's really good at fucking Donkey Kong, apparently.
Bro, I want to see this man fucking play some Donkey Kong now.
You bet your ass if I knew Eminem, I'd like crack a. I know he doesn't drink anymore, but I'd crack a beer and say, "Play Donkey Kong." I want to see it.
I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him stream it.
Just imagine that'd be a great improv bit. Eminem playing Donkey Kong. Hey, yo, you gotta jump over the barrel. I'm just doing like a Jesse Pinkman impression. He's just
Jesse Pinkman.
Because that's what he would sound like. I think nowadays. Hey, yo, you gotta jump over the
Oh.
barrel. You don't want the monkey to hit you. I'm like, that's Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's Donkey Kong. I know, but it's monkey.
I get it. All ghetto white people are the same person. You're right, but holy shit. It's just Jesse Pinkman.
Say I'm wrong. Jesse Pinkman could have a sick rap career if he didn't get in the meth game.
Say my name, Lil Pinkman.
Little Pink. Were we talking about a homeless guy a minute ago?
We were. This is a whole like fucking we had a commercial break for the massive moment in the story.
I feel like
where
this
we
got
reveal what
sponsored. Is
happened.
Eminem having a new album?
Probably. Holy shit. Listen to it on Spotify and Apple Music right here in the link in the description. That's a lie. That's not his music. That's my music. You should listen to that as well, though.
I just googled, is Eminem having a new album? So I was actually curious. And on this website I found called MediaMass.net, one of the first hot news for Eminem is Eminem secretly gay and hiding in the closet? Online poll shows 89% don't believe he's gay because he's not.
I think I get the confusion. I think I know where that's
Well, the
from,
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also found this other video. First of all, that bit is hilarious. Eminem has a great sense of humor. But I also found another clip that backs up my Donkey Kong thing. New Eminem 20... This is a fake, by the way. New Eminem 2023 album leak, The Wrecking Crew. It's a YouTube video. It's 19 seconds long. And it's Wrecking Crew, the video game for the NES. Then Eminem doing, like, I don't remember what album that is, but it's the Not Afraid thing with a hard hat on.
Oh my lord, bro.
But oh Christ, how can we put? Actually, I got a way we could put like a famous person in the title of the video. So, anyways,
I think we've already got one.
No, I got one back. We can put Kanye back in the title. I'm just gonna say, people have asked, like, I've had this debate with people where they think like, who did more for the rap game, Eminem or Kanye? And ignoring Kanye's recent endeavors, I still think Eminem. No matter what. Like,
It's not, yeah, I don't think it's a competition, honestly.
I don't think so.
Given that I think Kanye's a different generation. Granted, I'm not.
He's the next gen. He's after Eminem.
Yeah, he's a next gen, so he's kind of the evolution of that. It's like comparing rock to metal. Like any evolution of metal past that is going to still be rooted in that original, and that means that one still has more cultural impact than whatever came after.
Yeah,
I think
generally that's like when I read that, because it was like a poll on like r// hip hop, and that was generally the consensus most people had, is like, that's a fucking stupid comparison because they both did a lot. And this is before Kanye was anti-Semitic and all that, but I feel like their opinions probably changed now. I feel like for a lot of people it kind of does. We talked about last time the whole separating the art from the artist thing, and like, I don't know how that's going to affect Kanye now. Like, I don't know. People might backtrack on it.
Here's what I mean. Sorry. It affects his personal career, but it doesn't affect what musical elements he's driven into other artists. That's
I get that. I don't know how to word it, but genuinely, I feel like people just don't want him to be the next generation of rap. I feel like people are going to give that title to someone else. I don't think he's even on the list anymore. I don't think people want rap to be associated with hating the Jews. Is basically.
I get that, but unfortunately, that's not how musical evolution.
No, that's
or
how
the
hip
evolution
hop
of
works.
any
That's how you get
concept
shitty mumble rap. That's how hip hop works.
Most of those people make shitty takes. I'm sorry, this is the same genre of music. Granted, my favorite genre, metal, does this too, to some extent, where people openly admit to crimes and then get arrested for them for saying them as lyrics.
Which is
fucked.
But that's also a weird thing, because back in his thing, Eminem tripped like on multiple things. Like, he lied about his crimes on his songs. He didn't actually do half that shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what this new generation, they grew up listening to M, and they said, okay, I'll just talk about what crimes I do too. No, no, you took. There's literally a whole song where he says, yeah, I don't actually do half that shit. That's just me being a gangster.
Yeah, because he's trying to make it seem hard and hardcore and shit. Like,
yeah,
it's telling a story, because music at the end of the day doesn't have to be rooted in reality, and that's what I fucking hate.
yeah.
Is a perspective some people have, that it has to have that element of truth to it. Especially people in the rap game seem to think that. I don't get why.
Yeah, and it's always hilarious to me when I hear about the new mumble rapper who gets fucking arrested. I don't actually. I think mumble rap is kind of dying as a genre. I don't hear much about it anymore.
No, it's dying significantly. Elements of it are still predominantly popular, specifically certain variations of 808s that were primarily used in mumble rap. 808s referring to like the percussive drums and whatever, and the way the drums were structured.
I just want to chime in for a second. This is the educational part of the program, so everyone pay attention. Go ahead.
Or fall asleep, which is more likely. Yeah, it's very short. That was basically the educational thing I was going to say. The other thing is the main thing that predominantly seemed to kind of root itself into mumble rap is the focus on the rapping being kind of very rhythmic instead of melodic, and specifically focusing on something called triplets, which is the da na 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 na.
I did know that.
Yeah, and that's the element I think disappeared, and it's kind of the element that got removed and shafted for more melodic stuff now.
Yeah. Have you seen like what the baby's been up to? Do you remember him?
I do remember him. I know a guy who was very.
I know that guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been going around giving out tickets to his shows, like at restaurants, and they just don't get used. Like no one goes. Like he just died off immediately, and no one cares about him anymore. And it's very sad, but also very funny.
That's so funny.
There was like a TikTok, and it was him. He was there very clearly. He showed up and he gave tickets for them to hand out, and they were still there like a week later. Like nobody.
That's the musician's second worst nightmare.
What's the first?
Have you ever heard of a guy named Jason Becker?
No, actually.
So I'm going to tell you the story real quick. Jason Becker was a very, and I mean very talented guitarist who worked with some of the best musicians.
Okay. I'm looking at a picture of him.
Yeah, he could run circles around most guitarists at the time. He was very good, like insane, like virtuoso good. And he got ALS.
Oh my god, that's so sad. I just looked at another picture of him, and I see it.
Which means that gradually, over time, he slowly couldn't play guitar anymore.
No, he got worse and worse fucking sad. I thought he was gonna be like do something stupid, but no, that's actually so sad.
That's fucked up, right?
Oh, I thought he was gonna like do crack cocaine and die or something. No, this is like, oh.
No, he's an awesome dude. He seems really nice as well. If you look at our interview, I mean, he can't really do much.
Yeah, he's not looking at interviews right now. Maybe after.
It's fucked, right? So then eventually, when he couldn't play guitar anymore, he just started writing music and like getting other talented musicians to like record the parts for him. And
that's an alpha way of handling it.
But then he couldn't do that anymore because he couldn't even control his arms or even his chin so much to like emulate clicks. He could only move his eyes. So then he had to get interpreters.
Yeah, like, I'm looking for him. I'm looking at this picture here, and I think that's his dad or something. And he has this board with all the letters on it, like and he has to look at the letters or whatever, and that's how they know what he's saying. And that is, dude, I'm real. If that fucking happened to me, I would rather just die. I think.
Yeah,
I think that goes without saying.
Like that's a nightmare.
That's a living nightmare.
Yeah. But like specifically being someone with an impassioned talent that requires you to in some way move yourself physically and slowly have that drained from you when that is your purpose.
Well, that's most of anything. Like good luck moving. Like I think as a director, as long as you can speak, you can do your job because you don't actually need to move anything. You just need to tell people what to do.
Exactly.
Most of your job as a director, like my career, is looking at a goddamn screen and making sure it's all good.
Mm.
This though, that's different. That is so fucking sad. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna fucking tear out, dude. I've had this talk with a friend, and he was like, if I ever get old and senile, I'd rather just be put down at that point, and I wholeheartily agree. I think
Yeah,
when I
I
get to
agree.
a point where I cannot live life anymore, just do it. Mercy
I
kill me.
Yes, I actually have a specific degree to which at this point I know I want to do this. My biggest fear in life at this moment, the biggest one I have, is dying in a hospital.
Oh fuck me.
I'm ter- I don't care if it's at home or if it's in the beautiful outdoors. I'm happy with either of those. Specifically, I would like to preferably have input on where I die. I know that's not usually how it works,
I'm
but
glad you put that
unfortunately,
in there because I was about to say sometimes it just kind of happens.
yeah, like if you're in a school shooting or something, or in 9/11, there you go. Put it on your bingo board, boys. 9/11, it got mentioned again.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was actively trying to avoid. I was gonna mention it earlier, and I'm like, no, I can't do it because any actual viewer would say, "Hey, Doyle really brings up 9/11 a lot for a guy who hates it when they bring up 9/11." I don't want that to be my thing, so I keep avoid. I'm like, as much as I want to bring it up for this bit because it works so well for this bit, I can't bring it up because I don't want 9/11 to be my thing.
See, I double down, bro. I always double down.
I already explained how I'd survive it, so.
You did. I haven't. I
Yeah,
can
you
at
have no
least
clue.
say,
You have no
yeah,
clue.
I can at least say I haven't so deeply thought about how I'd survive 9/11, but I have
Yeah.
deeply thought about how I'd want to die, and it's not in a hospital because
So how is it? What like with with like Arthur Morgan with a sunrise? I think it was a sunrise for him.
yeah, it was a sunrise.
I
That would
get
be
confused
beautiful.
sometimes.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
honestly, yeah, I would. I kind of a sentimental fella in this regard. I'd like pretty much all my family and anyone that I value to a distinct degree that I've had an impact in my life to be there to see me off. But alternatively, I'm also fine having it be in complete isolation as long as it's in a beautiful view.
Have me die on the cliffside facing my arch rival while Behind Blue Eyes plays by the Who.
By the Who.
And
Bro.
by the way, it has to be at sunset because I'm a night owl. I need to die as it turns night. Okay. And
Okay.
that's how I want to go. Like we have a great monologue, and then like the last shot of me dying on the cliffside is I smile looking at the sunset. And as the song gets funky, there's a part where it stops being sad and goes funky. As the song gets funky, credits roll. Boom. That's my life.
I like to imagine as you're closing your eyes for the last time, you just see them pop up on your in your like eyesight as your face. Like instead of having like your life flash before your eyes, memories of your childhood,
It's the
of the
credits.
most, it's just the credits, bro.
That's actually what's probably gonna happen. It's gonna be like Kuba, played by Kuba. And I'm gonna be like watching I'm gonna like wake up in a movie theater and go, "What the fuck was that? That sucked." He didn't do anything for 20 years.
He didn't do it. Yeah, imply that for you specifically remember the exact moment in time where I left your life.
Yeah, where I killed you.
What?
I mean, what? Sorry, we didn't get to that part yet in the script.
Hold on. I gotta see this. Can we
Can we
get
pull
like
the script? It's like page like 9,000.
God damn it.
It'd be way more than 9,000. I'm gonna be honest.
Who signed off on this shit, bro?
God.
This part. God, I'm sorry,
Doug.
bro. Doug, man. This arc
I
is
guess
dog
at this
shit.
point in the
arc
show, it'd be
sucks.
Jesus, right?
Oh, I guess so.
Is
Yeah.
our
Well,
life just a side arc in the Jesus Christ in my roommate Doug?
We have our own arc in it. We're the C plot.
We're like the C plot. We appear like once in a blue moon to remind you that hey, there's more going on.
Like twice a season, but it's borderline just a gag.
We're like the Beavis and Butthead of that universe.
We totally would be, and I'm not sure if I'm happy or sad about that.
Just saying, I guess wait, Butthead's the brown-haired one, so you'd be Butthead, I'm Beavis. I always got backwards. I thought it was the other way around. But I remember they made a new show. There's a new Beavis and Butthead show. And that's how I found out that I was getting it backwards the whole fucking time.
I mean, I feel like Butthead would makes a lot more sense being the brownhead one if you think of it from the
Yes,
perspective of
no,
people in your head, right?
wholeheartedly. But the thing is, I think Beavis has a much stupider fucking face, and therefore I
That's
thought he
true.
was Butthead. But I never really like. Here's the thing: I'd never watched the show as a kid, so I just know the characters. I think I've seen a movie once or twice, but like that's very vague memories. So I never knew which one was which. I had never I probably got them backwards 100,000 times.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Beavis and Butthead is like one of those few pieces of media where, like, I know what it is, but it's so alien to me. I don't understand a thing about it besides the fact that one of them's Beavis, one of them's Butthead, and they're fucking stupid.
That Here's the thing. I might be wrong on this, but I'm fairly certain when they started, they were like, you know, Adult Swim bumpers that play in between shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they were like that, but they talked shit about the shows on MTV.
I think they were.
And then they got so popular that they made their own show for them, and then their own movie. And after the movie, they kind of just died. But I know just recently, I think during the pandemic, they started on it. It just got released like maybe a year ago. There's a Beavis and Butthead reboot. And I know that exists. I haven't watched it. I'm not going to. I don't really care about Beavis and Butthead all that much. I'm not the biggest Beavis fan. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
You're not a beaver?
I'm not a believer. I don't know how to do this.
Bill Beaver.
Bill Beaver. That doesn't work.
Man, it's better than what you did. At least I tried.
I know, but it doesn't work. I'm not a butt lever.
Butt lever.
I think that's probably the best we're gonna get with that one. I wanted to mention earlier, I kind of lost track of it. So we have a quotes channel that needs to be filled up more of me saying stupid shit. I think we mentioned it once in the show.
We mentioned it this episode, that's for sure.
Guaranteed. And Kuba, I was going to suggest we should fill that channel up. It doesn't need to just be me. It could be a bunch of people with shitty ass quotes, and you try and make a song about that quote. So
make a song.
We could have yeah. Sorry.
You mean a song out of all the quotes or out of specific?
Well, make
ones?
an album about it.
An album
each album is named after, each song in the album is named after one of the quotes. So one of them could be like, Ben, Bush did it.
I don't know if I want a song under my name called Bush Did It. I'm just gonna.
Okay, how about alternatively, Attack on Titan is the most important event since 9/11.
No, I think I like I Love Cock.
Yeah, make that a song. If that appears my YouTube recommended, that'd be fucking hilarious.
It probably will.
I'm not sure if I'm mad or not. Oh, no, here's one. I'm not canceling Powerpuff Girls Z Night for that loser. And see if you get sued.
I don't think I would actually, funnily enough.
I think they'd actually be okay with that. Okay, I think they don't even want people to know that show exists.
Yeah, I think they'd try to sue me for slander and to, like, making people.
But you don't even mention the show at all. You just, like, okay, you mention it once, like, me and my buddy Doyle, we're gonna watch Powerpuff Girls Z, and they have to rhyme with Z, I guess. I don't want to say our friend's name, it's kind of hard to rhyme, but our buddy Blap, he didn't want to see. You gotta fucking figure out how that Blossom. I don't want to say the rest of that because the first episode had some really bad connotations for Blossom.
It had some terrible connotations for Blossom, and we are not going to elaborate on that.
That show, I know those all three Powerpuff Girls fans out there hate this show, but holy fuck, it had no right being as funny as it was.
No, it was fucking hilarious sometimes. There was a moment, if anyone ever watches this show, there was a moment in the middle where it really kind of loses it and becomes peak mid.
It gets so hard to watch right in the middle, but the first few episodes and the last few are so golden.
Yes, for some reason, the first third of the show and the last third of the show are peak comedy. Sometimes not even intentionally. Sometimes it is.
No, most times it's not. But you have to watch the Japanese version. The English version is fucking terrible. They censor it way too much. This show,
they censor all the good shit.
Yeah, those. I'll give them one thing. Those Japanese guys know how to make a funny ass show. This shit was hilarious.
I gotta say, though, it's kind of weird with Japanese humor if you like watch Japanese shows because the humor is either peak or it's not mid, like straight up awful.
Yeah,
like there's no between. You never get the middle line where it's like with American TV, where most often comedy will be like, you'll do like that little that thing where you like blow your nose. It's like, huh, that's clever.
I think what happened with this show is you had these characters that are pretty well known and pretty well liked, and you put them in this absurd fucking, and you never see this show these days. You put them in this absurd setting that kind of fits them, but not really. And then you have them say the most insane fucking shit. Like, you will never see that these days. Give me fucking Johnny Bravo in like an American crime drama. I would love that.
Unironically, I would fucking watch the shit out of that.
Watch the shit out of that. They're doing like the adult Scooby-Doo show, but they already ruined that, so no one's gonna watch it.
That one's gonna fucking suck.
A Scooby-Doo show out Scooby. What the fuck? Okay.
What the dog doing?
What? I want to know what the dog doing.
Yeah, exactly. What the dog doing?
What's another good one? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but he's actually it's live action. He's in a psych asylum.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a whole fucking psychological horror.
Yeah, Blue is a very real creature. Like Blue's like not real, but he's very realistic looking and creepy, and he convinces him to do horrible things. This
honestly, I'd argue it'd be more hype if they were real.
Okay, if they were real, it'd be really cool. But I also like the idea. If you ever watched, I know you haven't, but The Tick was an animated series way back when, and Amazon got the rights, and they made a live action version, which was pretty funny. Not the greatest show, but it had some moments. And the first few episodes are so good because they play it as if the Tick is not real. He's like this huge buff superhero guy, and the main character is the only dude who ever fucking sees him because he does this Batman bullshit where he disappears the moment anyone else shows up. But eventually they drop the facade, and the girl goes, "Who the hell's that?" And he's standing right there. And I thought it'd be way funnier if they kept it as if he just wasn't real at all. It's just pure schizo bullshit.
I think it's funnier because this obviously isn't a pure outright like horror thing. I feel like character being insane is a bit cliche at this point with horror stuff.
Well, no, here's this character, it wasn't a horror. This is a comedy show.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like as a comedy, I think it's a lot funnier because it's not as common in comedy. So like everyone thinking this guy's batshit insane is just it's a funny little gag that you can do in a lot of different ways. I think.
Yeah. So Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. But like the home is a psych asylum, and the other inmates are the friends.
What if they do it like
that?
Wait, what if they do it like Get Out? So they all seem super friendly at first, but are like actually trying to morph him into a monster or something.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That'd be sick. Would that be sick?
Cartoon Network, hire us to ruin all of your shows.
Please, we will botch them in the best way possible.
How do we do Dexter's Lab? What do we do for Dexter's Lab? Because the obvious comparison is Dexter the show, where it's a murderer. But let's not do that. That's obvious.
That's a little too obvious. Ooh, Dexter, I feel like... Oh, that's what I gotta think on.
Genre flip it. The Dexter's is probably the hardest one. Maybe we should go Ben 10 first.
Hold on, hear me out. What if Dexter was one of those, like, fucking sitcoms? It's a sitcom, right?
Okay.
And
first of all, is it live action or still animated?
Oh, live action for sure.
Okay.
It's a live action sitcom, and the fuck, actually, I don't know. I'm just thinking it would be
Dexter's Lab, but it's fucking Family Guy and he's Stewie.
Yes, you got it. That's where my head was going. That's where my head was going. Stewie. You got it.
I don't know who Dee Dee is. Maybe she can't really be Brian. The monkey's Brian. There's a monkey in the show, right? He's Brian.
I'm pretty sure there is. Hold on. Yeah, wait.
There's a monkey. I've never watched Dexter's Lab.
I watched it when I was a kid. There is a monkey. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The monkey's Brian. This time the monkey can talk because we're gonna animate it like Family Guy. It's gonna be animated like Family Guy. Exactly. It's an adult animated cartoon, so the art style is terrible.
Absolute dog shit. Just the worst thing in the world.
It must be terrible. Okay, so that's that one. That's really good. All the other characters fall into place very well. I think Dee Dee's more of a Chris in this universe. I don't think there's a Meg. I don't think we need a Meg.
I don't think we need a Meg. I can see the Chris.
Yeah. What other cartoon? I'm just gonna go Cartoon Network shows, and we're gonna speed run this.
Oh, okay. So
you right now, Ben 10. Let's do the original Ben 10 first, but we can assume they're all in the same timeline. So
let's assume we're just doing one Ben 10.
Yeah,
you wouldn't get multiple different series out of it.
It'd just be one long show that goes through it all, I think.
Yeah. So Ben
Okay,
10.
hear me out. Ben 10, but he tries to hide the alien thing, and it's Breaking Bad.
I was gonna say Breaking Bad. You
I
son of a
don't
bitch.
know why I thought Breaking Bad.
No, I thought the same thing though. It's the camper. It's the camper dude.
I think it's the camper.
Yeah,
It's definitely the
because I
camper.
thought the same exact fucking thing.
And Ben 10 had live action movies.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember shit about them, but
all I remember is the one scene when he turns into gray matter, but you pause it halfway through. It looks really funny.
Okay, so hear me out. We have Ben 10 Bad.
Ben 10
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Ben.
Yeah,
Breaking Benjamin. Oh my god! Master Chief shows up. That's the big finale. Master Chief shows up and it cuts the credits.
No, there's like no. I like to. There's absolutely no context. It just happens.
Yeah, the end of the show happens. Okay, I guess Kevin must be his Jesse Pinkman, right? They're doing this bullshit together. No, Ben has to be Pinkman. Ben's Pinkman and Uncle Ben. That's confusing.
Yeah.
Is Uncle Ben? Yeah. And he's Walter.
Yeah.
I guess Gwen plays as Skylar.
She's Skylar.
Okay. Is this Skylar or Mary? Because she's dating Kevin, right? Like in Alien Swarm. I know a lot about Alien Swarm. I watched a lot of Alien Swarm as a kid. I didn't watch any of the other Ben 10 shows.
I'm gonna be honest. Again, it's been so long that I don't remember enough about this show.
Dude, Ben 10 was the shit.
I get it. I remember loving some episodes back in the day, and fuck, I think it was the original one that I watched a bunch of.
I didn't actually have like Cartoon Network. I had like Teletoon because Canada. And we so I only got like random Alien Swarm episodes. I never got them in like order.
Yeah, I had the OGs usually. I remember seeing the OGs because
this guy is Cartoon Network.
Here's the thing. I had his Cartoon Network was my go-to for entertainment when I lived in Europe. But when I moved to Canada, we didn't have it anymore, so I had to rely on fucking Teletoon.
Yeah, Teletoon. Teletoon had its own original shows, but they all sucked.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was peak.
Let's actually, dude. Okay, I want to bring something to the podcast. Do you remember fucking Skatoony?
You just triggered something. I don't know what you triggered. You just
remember fucking Skatoony?
Doyle, you just did that thing like when the guy fucking said execute Order 66 and stormtroopers all just fucking like, huh?
Yeah.
You just did that to me.
I saw a picture of Spamton the other day from Deltarune. And he
Dude, I watched like every episode of this shit.
Yes, he just go. Okay, Skatoony for people at home is a show where literal children are put in a game show against animated characters from Teletoon shows. It was actually a really cool idea, to be honest with you.
It was
a really good idea. The show, whether or not it was good, that's it. We should watch an episode after this to see if it was good. But
we should. Holy shit!
I kind of want the nostalgia. Dude. It went for 3 seasons.
Dude, I am certain I've watched at least like.
I think I've seen every episode of this.
Yeah, I've definitely watched at least. I remember seeing this finale at one point. I remember they like made it. I don't remember anything about it. Just remember them like kind of somehow mentioning it in a way of being a finale.
Now,
what I really liked was that every episode did have like a story to it as well. It was really cool.
There was a background plot, yeah. And here's the thing: so there was like 4 kids, like 2 animated characters. Always one of the kids to win. The animated characters, they might last till the last. They'd last till the second last round before getting booted.
Yeah,
they'd throw because you don't want that to happen. That suck for the kids.
I was always rooting for. I knew they would never win, even as a kid. But I always rooted.
No, I just picked a kid and I said I want him to win. I'm looking at it right now. All the guests in the show, were Total Drama characters and Jimmy Two Shoes characters, and only 4 of the contestants were Jimmy Two Shoes characters. The rest are all Total Drama. And again, Total Drama was fairly popular. That's a Canadian show. I actually met the creators. That's a cool story. I
don't know if you've ever mentioned that. I don't think you have.
No, I'm not on the show. I was at it was at Comic-Con. They were there, and I went and talked to them.
Oh shit.
That's the whole story. Not much to talk about there, but I met the guys who made Total Drama. It was a cool experience. But anyways, four characters. We had Heloise, Jimmy Two Shoes, BZ, and Lucius Heinous the Seventh from Jimmy Two Shoes, and like 10 more than that characters from Total Drama. Holy shit! But yeah, this show they had 2 original characters. Who I remember one was the Earl, and he was like the dude. Like, oh, it's Chud Chudders. Chud Chudders is the other guy.
Yeah, he's a little dude.
Yeah, he's a little dude. I remember his design because I saw a picture of Spamton and it reminded me of him. And I went, holy shit, Skatoony. No, put the 2 of them side by fucking side. I swear to God. They're the same height. They're borderline the same design. They're the same fucking person. You could Photoshop a picture of Chud Chudders into Spamton and I wouldn't even know. I remember his annoying ass voice too.
I think I remember Chud Chudder's voice as well, honestly. I kind of see it when I look at it, but I still think it's a stretch.
No, it's not a stretch at all. How many other characters look like these 2?
There's a lot of short characters.
No, not like these 2 though. If you remove his glasses, that's Spamton, bro. It switches hair
both
upwards.
Wear glasses though. They
Does Spamton actually wear glasses? Oh, I see him in his final form a lot. Sorry. I swear the picture I saw of Spamton didn't have. Form. I think default Spamton does look like this guy a lot, but I saw the final form. I don't know why. It was like the face. Wait, there's a 3rd guy. There was like the owner of the show, Charles LePuck.
That name again. That name, even though we're just talking about the show right now, like you're actually triggering fucking hidden memories.
This is like in Civil War where they're brainwashing the Winter Soldier and they're saying random shit. 1962, winter. December. Kill. And you're just like, Chudders.
Yeah, actually, this is what this feels like, bro.
I need people. I'm not showing a picture on screen, but holy shit, people, Google fucking Skatoony. This is the funniest shit. This show's terrible, probably. But I'm so nostalgic for it.
There's no way in hell the show is good. Doyle, are you ready after the show to
I'm gonna have to find it. Like, we're gonna watch this.
Oh, actually, I want to see this like ASAP, bro.
I'm not gonna spoil myself anymore on Skatoony. I'm not gonna look at the winners. We're gonna actually play it. We're gonna play the game with them. Because that's always the appeal too, is that you play the game with the kids and you'd see if you can like beat them or whatever. I won every time. They should have had me on the show. It was awesome. I was such a fucking loser.
I just think a lot of the kids were fucking stupid.
They were. I don't even know how you go on that show.
There's probably like A, they just cut the fucking production team's kids.
Probably.
Or B is probably like they just scouted them or some shit, I imagine.
Oh my god, but that's so we're gonna watch fucking Skatoony after this. I'm excited for that. We should get the gang in here to watch Skatoony.
I would love to. Unironically.
There was also this show, I always call it Carl 2, but it's Carl Squared, where this guy's a clone of himself.
Again, I don't. This one doesn't trigger as hard of a fucking like internal thing.
If you look at it, you'll probably recognize it. The last one that actually I think was actually like a Teletoon original. I can't find it here. But it was this guy. He had blue hair and he had this pad, and whatever he drew in the pad came that like was real.
That's just fucking. That's just drawn to life.
But he had blue hair instead of red. It's original. Not
again.
I don't know the name of that one.
Telling me with the shit, bro. I don't know the name of it either. I want to see visuals of it now, but yeah, I remember Carl Squared.
Yeah, Carl Squared. That's something. I'm just looking at other shows they have here. I'm looking at original shows. What the fuck is Pig City?
Pig City?
There's no... Oh my god. Wait, is this like Lost Media?
I've never
seen this
heard of Pig City, no.
It has a Wikipedia page, but doesn't... Oh, there has some things. I've never seen the show in my life.
I just see Babe the Pig.
Really? You know the pig. I see a big Pig City TV, and it gave me some stuff. Oh my god, Ricky Sprocket, Showbiz Boy! Holy shit!
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
That show fucking sucked. That one's actually, I remember not liking that one as a kid.
Which one? Sorry.
Ricky Sprocket's Showbiz Boy.
I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
I don't blame you.
Wait. Do you remember? Yeah, I never watched this show.
Hmm?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Do you remember Fanboy and Chum Chum?
Yes. Everyone was Fanboy and Chum Chum. That show was terrible.
Yeah, this show was absolutely awful, but I watched every episode.
Man, to be a child again.
To be a kid, bro.
I got one more here, and this show they never finished, and it pissed me off. It's called World of Quest. It had a genuine plot going on, like it was not like just kind of episodic. It had an actual plot behind the scenes that was going forward, and
shit.
They never finished it. I don't think.
I don't recall them finishing it. I remember some shit in the swamp or something.
Yeah, I think they were setting it for one more season and it got canceled.
Yeah, I remember watching a shit ton of this when I was a kid. I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah, no, same. This one, I only remember one episode, and they were in like this fighting arena. It's when they met the Griffin guy, I think. That's the only episode I remember. And people are gonna be, they were at the party episode. People who are not Canadian, who did not watch television, are like, what the fuck are these guys on about? But if you are Canadian and you did watch these shows, you just lost your fucking mind. I just brought back some repressed memories.
Actually, this has brought back so much. It's insane. Like this shit, half of the shows we talked about today, I completely forgot that they existed. Like entirely.
Oh, and the last one I remember is Packages on Planet X. Because they hyped that show up for a long time before they came out.
Okay, that I've never heard of. What's it called?
It came out like 2013, but I just remember hearing about it.
Oh yeah.
At this point, I was like only on like YTV and stuff for kids shows.
I think 2013, 2014, I kind of stopped watching cartoons entirely.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Like, I kind of stuck to like live action. I was an iCarly guy. Just saying, because they still do reruns of iCarly. I'm pretty sure
they do. I think you're right on that. They definitely do. You want to know a show I remember that I remember watching quite a bit? Kid vs. Cat.
Yes, I actually a video essay of that popped up and recommended a few days ago.
For me too, but I like watched it. Was like, even looking at it now, it genuinely, granted I didn't go and rewatch episodes, but it actually looks like it holds up pretty well, all things considered. I'm gonna be honest.
That was a weird show, 'cause I remember liking it, but purely based on the concept. I don't think any of the episodes like I actually liked.
To be fair, the concept is really fucking good, in my opinion. I think
Alien Cat, classic. Who hasn't had an alien cat?
Well, I mean, like, it's just like, it's everyone who has a cat has issues with their cat at some point. You have conflicts with it.
Yep, me and my cats fight all the time, and they win most of them. To be honest with you.
Yeah, they usually do, and that's kind of what the show is. The cat always wins.
No, the cat always gets away with it.
Yeah, he gets away with it, so he wins at the end. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Sure, the kid wins the battle, but who's winning the war still?
Why? There was that show actually got a series finale. I remember it.
Did.
Yeah, where the aliens were going to invade and Coop stops them. I think it left itself open that they could continue it, but it got canceled after.
Yeah, well, 2 seasons is already pretty good
for an animated show. That's like standard.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, a lot of them don't get past the first season.
Well, the first season is typically 50 fucking episodes. Power Girl Z. Just saying.
Yeah. That's valid.
I actually was looking at some lost media stuff the other day, and did you know? I brought up iCarly, that when iCarly was ending, they had ideas for 2 spin-off shows. One of which was Sam and Cat, which did come out that we all know about. Mm-hmm. The other one got canceled, and it was a spin-off about Gibby.
No.
And there is a lost pilot that has not yet been found, but there's pictures of it. We all know it's real. And it followed Gibby and 4 new kids that were in a younger grade than him. And he acted like the Spencer, I think. And it was about him. Why couldn't we get that show? Dan Schneider, you fucking weird feet person.
He had to prioritize the show about women because he's I don't know if it's appropriate to call him a pedophile or if...
I think he is. I think it goes out, like he has done some weird, shady shit.
I think it qualifies, but I just didn't want to say it just in case.
Dude, you watch Victorious, you know what this guy was about.
That's my point exactly. That's exactly my point.
Man, I'm actually curious because we all know Jeanette McCurdy. She wrote a whole book about her time at Nickelodeon there. But I'm wondering if Ariana,
her mom is dead.
Yeah, apparently it's a very good book.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Like, props to her.
Well, she wanted to become a writer before her mom forced her into acting.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just curious if Ariana Grande ever came out and said like anything about Dan fucking Schneider. I might have to do some research. Maybe I'll show up in Ariana Grande's like apartment in LA. Talk about Dan. What? Tell me about Dan. I'm like pointing a gun.
Why the fuck do you sound like Heisenberg in this situation?
I am. I'll shave my head and I'll grow like a goatee. I'm like, Dan. What? I need to know about Dan. Was he a feet guy? Is it true? What did he do to you?
I'm just imagining being Ariana Grande in that situation. First of all, she almost definitely has security. Let's not kid ourselves. Someone somehow got past your security. Basically Walter White got past your security and is now questioning you about Dan fucking Schneider, who you have not had interaction with for years.
I just want to put something out there. I Googled just right now, Ariana Grande and Dan Schneider, and there's one video about it that came out in September of this year, actually. And another one before that, August, by Philip DeFranco, actually. But I scrolled down a bit. I was looking for not a video, like a written version of it, but I couldn't find it. The first fucking thing I found is a Pinterest article that links to a YouTube video called Ariana Grande being sexualized on Victoria's for 2 minutes. So, I mean, if anyone wants that, it's there. I don't know why that needs to exist, but it's there now.
Oh, you mean like? So sorry, she's not speaking about it.
No, she spoke about it actually in 2 different videos, but I wanted to find a written version. So I scrolled down and I found a Pinterest post, literally right below those, and it was it's Victoria, her being sexualized on Victoria's for 2 minutes as a video.
Not her speaking about like an actual compilation.
Yeah, that's a compilation. The other 2 I think are her actually speaking on it, but I can't watch those right now because we're on camera and the whole 9 yards.
All things considered, I'm not surprised she's not as vocal about it, given that all things considered, at this point in time, has a much more successful career than Jeanette McCurdy.
That's true.
Yeah.
But also, it's just the first video implies that she kind of defends him.
Really?
That's what interests me the most, because I don't. I'll send the link. Hold on.
Yeah, send a link.
Oh, pause it. Okay, one little bit of audio came through, but it was a song, so... Hey, I know the rules. I get away with that.
You do get away with that. Let's go.
It was like the background noise. Yeah.
Oh, that does imply that she's okay with it. Hold on, let's see.
The first comment just says... But this is on the white guy's history now on a YouTube channel. She did not speak up. At least you won't find that in the video. I saved you 9.5 minutes. Thank you.
That's correct. I'm skimming through it right now, and I do not see a single clip of her in any kind of interview, any kind of press conference.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever... I mean, I trust Philip DeFranco a lot more than Pop Juice, so I'll look at his video later. I'm just very curious, like... Because we know Jeanette did. She fucking hated this guy. Most people who worked with him fucking hated this guy.
Yeah.
Which is like why Jeanette didn't come back for the reboot, or no, not reboot, but it's like sequel. So
yeah.
I'm actually very curious about that. Something to look into after Skatoony time.
So after Skatoony time, bro, we about to go on a binge. I'm gonna get some snacks and I'm gonna get right fucking snugged.
I'm probably gonna get fucking stoned and be like, oh, it's Chud Chudders.
Chud Chudders. Classic Chud Chudders.
Good old
right
Chud.
I remember that shit from when I was 10 years old.
The actual reason I remember this is because I swear to God, like the more I think about it, I think I actually saw a picture. It was in a YouTube video. It was like the actual background. And it was Chud Chudders photoshopped to look like Spanton. And I think that's what actually got me. Now that I think about it more. Because that image is so very clear in my mind.
So that's why you brought the Spampton bullshit.
No, I know for sure it had to do with Spampton. That is guaranteed. But whether or not I just brought the comparison or it was photoshopped to look like him, I don't know. I have no clue. All I know is it had something to do with Spanton. So that's the best way I could put it. The more I think about it, I think I saw a Photoshop of him, like they turned his skin white, changed his eye color, and it just looked like Spanton.
Well, he is white.
No, I mean like actual pit. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. This sounds a little racially insensitive.
Not like beige, like white guys. Actual white. The absence of dark.
The absence of
I don't know how else I can fucking word this, Coop.
Melanin value equals 0.
Brandon. That's a joke no one else is going to get. Well, what do you say we get Doyle's drink of the day and wrap this up?
I think Doyle should get on with his drink of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a drink all you astute viewers at home may have noticed in the tier list. I didn't put it in there yet, but you could kind of see it poking out from the bottom. This is Woodford Reserves. It's a distillery. Okay.
How about you reserve the right to bitches?
What?
I'm sorry.
That was not your best.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Anyways, 375 milliliters. It costs about the same as other drinks. I don't think it's more. I bought this one well, this one was a gift, but I bought one for my friend because this was his favorite drink. I gave him this bottle I'm holding is mostly empty, to be honest with you, because he and I drank the entire thing in like one night. So already going into it, I'm pretty positive. Gonna be honest with you. The bottle is pretty simple. It has a nice little. It has the logos engraved in there, coming outwards. So, you know, got some texture there. The actual logo is in there. I don't exactly know what that is, but it's not like engraved or anything. It feels that you can actually feel it. It's nice. I rub it, it's not coming off. So it's in there. It's in there tight.
It feels nice. I rub it. It's not coming off.
Can we make a new one? Doyle taken out of context channel, and it's just me saying dumb shit like that. Because I do that a lot.
I do it a lot too.
I think a lot of people do. It's we're all fucked up. Anyways, this is a little different than the other drinks I drank though, because this is actually 45% alcohol, specifically 45.2%. So that's a lot more alcohol than the other drinks. So you're already getting more bang for your buck if you're here for, you know, getting drunk, not fat. Like me. So I don't know. I like the bottle design. It's not. I kind of fucked mine up a little bit, but normally it looks pretty nice. I've had this one for a while. So before I do this, I do want to clarify that because I've had this for a while, it has not been in the most pristine conditions. This is one of those drinks that in the future I might come back to and do again whenever I finish this bottle. Because I feel like I'm going into this, I'm getting less. It's going to taste a bit different than normally would if you buy it from the shelf. With that said, this one has a really nice cork.
That was pretty serviceable.
That was pretty
not the best
good.
pop. Not the best.
Well, I kind of fucked it up, but yeah, I'll try again.
I could tell. Oh, that was much better. That was much
really
better.
Good. Smells like fuck it. Dude, that is a strong ass whiskey. I have Crown. I'm going to grab Crown Royal just for the comparison. Because everyone knows, if you look at the tier list, Crown is my favorite whiskey right now. And it probably. Huh?
He's dick riding.
I'm dick riding. It's my favorite whiskey. By far. It is no comparison. It's my favorite. So I'm actually going to do a comparison too, because I think that's maybe not taste comparison, but we'll at least everything else. I think Crown has a better bottle, but Woodford's bottle is so chill. It's like a flask. It's kind of like the Smirnoff bottles. You can literally hide this in a coat. Like it's smooth. There's no texture to it like Crown. That's really opinion based. Crown looks better on a shelf. This one is a drinker one. You know, you drink this. Anyways, let's smell test. The smell is definitely stronger from Woodford. Obviously, because there's 5% more fucking alcohol in here. Math. Anyways, bottoms up. Let's do Woodford. That was very smooth. Has a really good hit at the end of it.
Okay.
Give me a second to cool down here.
He's simmering. He's shimmering.
So immediately, I wouldn't say it's as smooth as Crown going down, but I say that's because of the 5% more alcohol. I think overall that is a very smooth fucking drink. Actually, I was lying. This is in very good condition because that was really good. I think. Oh my god! I even dented the fucking bottle at one point. That's funny. I don't even know how I did that. I actually dented it. That's really funny. I don't know. That's class. I don't know how I did that.
What the hell? Boy, what the hell?
I'm just thinking. I'm probably going to try. This is a minimum A. I'm going to try. Actually, let me pull up the material list real quick on screen. This is a minimum A, but I'm going to try Crown again. This might top it. This might be an angelic nut, Kuba.
An angelic nut? Okay.
This might be my favorite fucking whiskey. Actually, if you're going to be a doll for me and pull up the price, make sure it's the exact... I want to make sure it's the same as the others. And you can get this at LCBO if you're Canadian. It's not like...
I need the exact name.
Woodford Reserve, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Oh, I searched this up before.
You have? Oh, if you're on our account, we have, yes. If you're on the White Guy's account, I have because I need a picture of it.
Yep. So on lcbo.com, I can find it for... Oh my god, can I stop? Okay, nice. So this is a 750 milliliter bottle.
750,
for,
okay.
Yeah. Right now, it's on sale. Normally, it's priced at $52.95. Right now, you can get it until January 1st for $47.95.
I'm not sponsored, but I probably recommend that.
Okay.
Woodford, please sponsor me. Give me booze.
Its alcohol percentage is 45.2%, and it's made, you would never guess, in Kentucky.
You wouldn't guess that. States. Now, again, personally, I'm rooting for Crown Royal because I am Canadian, but this is really good. I'm not going to let my patriotism deny the truth, unlike most Americans. Okay, that's my call out to Americans again. Holy shit, figure your stuff out. And down the hatch. Okay. Here's where I'm at. I think these two are basically neck and neck. Crown goes down so fucking smooth. You do not even notice it's in your system. Woodford hits you. I would argue if you're looking for like a whiskey, if you want to get like hit again, it's because of the 5% more alcohol, which is a damn good trade-off. That's really good. I can't. No matter what, I'm going angelic now at this point. This is tough to decide which one's better. Cuba, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It's like choosing between your children.
Here's the thing, and this is really bad because you just said that, but Crown's cock goes down so hard, so good, guess what your gag reflex, all I'm saying.
That doesn't... Cuba, you're not a drinker, you don't understand.
I don't understand, you're right. I just wanted to say that because I thought it would be funny.
It was pretty cool, though.
That was pretty cool.
I don't know. This is purely subjective at this point. I think Crown is way easier for most people to get down.
Do you think it's more approachable? Which one's more approachable to a larger demographic of people?
Most definitely. Like this is okay, yes, I guess so. But like if you're like a new drinker trying to get into it, Crown goes so fucking smooth. But Woodford has a kick to it. But the reason it has a kick to it is literally because it has more shit in it, more alcohol. For like, if it's, I can't confirm because, okay, you said it was how much? $50 for the 700?
52 for 750.
Can you check the Crown Royal price for the same amount? If it's identical, I'd argue Woodford is better bang for your buck. Okay. But it's a distillery, so I don't think so. If it's a distillery, it's probably going to be a bit more. No matter what, they're both in this tier. I want that to be clear.
Which Crown Royal is it?
It's let me check. It's just the very pure. It's normal. It's Canadian whiskey, Canadian. It just says that.
Just Crown Royal whiskey.
Yes.
So I can't find.
They'll all cost the same.
God damn it. Huh?
They'll all cost the same, anyways. As long as it's that same.
So here I have a 750 milliliter bottle of Crown Royal whiskey, just as Canadian whiskey, Canadian.
That's it.
750 milliliters. Uh, normally it's priced at $33.45.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave Crown Royal as the top, but Woodford
It's the top
it's
G.
the top G. It's the top G. But Woodford is a damn good second. It genuinely, I do feel as though it depends on who you are. If you're like, I feel like this tier list is for people who are trying to like know what drinks to buy. I have literally every tier dedicated to a certain demographic. C is the I don't think you should buy this, period. D is the holy shit, why does this exist here? Which thankfully nothing existing yet. B is I would bring this to a party for one reason or another. A, I'd keep it personally in case, I have someone over and I want to get like pour a glass. S is the holy shit, this is so fucking good. That I would genuinely not blame you if you drank alone. It's that good. That's how this is laid out. And I think both of those are so fucking good. And like I'm probably, when this is done over the holidays, I'm probably gonna finish over the holidays. I'm probably gonna go buy another bottle.
Sure.
It's so fucking good. And for the 5% more alcohol, the price isn't terrible. It's not bad, especially considering the fact it tastes good. Like it's not, and they have different versions. So I'll probably be trying different versions. Same with Crown. Maybe when we come back from our little holiday vacation here, I'll try another one of those two. We'll do a compare round 2, Coop.
Round 2.
Round 2, because this is a competition now for my favorite whiskey.
Shit, you got it, bro. You got it.
This is, I don't know. This is like, I didn't expect that to be. I genuinely thought like I taste it. It tastes terrible. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I drank this. And then I tasted it. I'm like, oh my god. Even after all the shit that this drink has been through, it still tastes fucking good.
Bro,
That's insane to me.
This man just got sent on a journey.
Dude, that was like smoking weed for the first time. I got sent to the fucking universe.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest. When I'm comparing the ratings for the Crown Royal and the Woodford Reserve, the Woodford Reserve basically has 5 stars. It's 4.8 stars with 251 ratings. The Crown Royal, granted, I feel like Crown Royal, because it's Canadian, is going to be a bit more niche. 4.2 at 26 reviews.
I brought Crown Royal and Gretzky 99, not the one I reviewed on the show, a different one, to Puerto Rico with me. Because you can do that. There's shops after you get in the airport where you can bring alcohol to different countries.
Yeah.
So I brought Crown Royal and Gretzky 99, the red cask. It's a different cask, to Puerto Rico with me. And those guys fucking loved Crown Royal. And man, I feel so bad for them when that shit runs out. Probably has. But yeah, here's the thing, Crown Royal is more common. Like, even though it looks fancier, it's the same price as any other drink on the tier list, with the exception of Woodford, which is the first drink I think we've had, maybe other than Crystal Head. Sorry, Crystal Head is the first drink other than Crystal Head that's actually costs more than the standard versions. It's a very specific version of that drink.
Yeah, it's a very expensive one. It is pretty pricey. Yeah,
it is.
So,
but dude, I'd say it's worth that. If you're a drinker, that's worth the price. But I think if you're a new drinker, or I hate the term new drinker, but if you just like booze, Crown Royal is, especially as Crown Royal is actually like one of the better drinks for you. Fun fact. It's more alcohol than it is anything else. So if you drink that, you'll actually be losing weight. Which is a very, like, I learned that like a few days ago. There's a website I meant.
Doyle's diet.
No, my diet will be purely fucking Crown Royal. That's insane. No, but if you do actually cut up booze and you drink like Crown Royal, like whiskey at bars and stuff, you will actually start losing weight.
I don't think you'll start losing.
No, you actually will. Genuinely, because
if you're a consistent drinker, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. No, but if you like go to bars with your friends and you normally order a pint of beer, if you instead switch that to like Crown Royal, and you can do like cocktails. You can Crown Royal and like a Diet Coke, or Crown Royal and whiskey sour. You'll start losing weight instead because there's more alcohol than it is anything else in there.
Yeah, so you're cutting out all the like
you're cutting
sugary no bueno shit.
Well, because in beer the problem is yeast. I think I mentioned Minalt today actually.
Yeast make things big.
It does, but if you drank purely spirits, you would not gain much weight at all. So that's a fun fact. So if you want to get drunk and not fat, that's what you do. But yeah, I don't know. Woodford Reserve is really damn good, Coop. I don't know how to put it. Yeah, that's one of my favorite drinks right now. Obviously,
I'm glad you're happy, bro.
Damn right, I'm fucking happy. That's insane. I'm gonna pull that bottle back over here now, actually, because we're gonna watch Skatoonie. Cuba, you want to hit them with an outro?
Yep, and with my outro, I'm gonna finally tell you all what the hobo gave me. He was going to give me a copy of The Truman Show.
Wait, you totally told the story in the fucking podcast before.